Today, now the 30th day of June 2021. The last day of the month of June. I think we want to tell God thank you because we're able to see the last day. Tomorrow will be the 1st of July, a brand new month. I want to say happy birthday already to all the one that were born inside July. And I think it will be nice, because in Sierra Leone, the month of July, left so. But for today, Statistics Sierra Leone want me and you for no say. Then don't pull the consumer price index where they say na the annual national inflation here on here. Where they don't take time, they don't put together, they don't fail not. Waiting the price index look like na the country. When I start the program, I be ask a question. Say, what do we think say happen? Was there an increase or we be get a decrease? Well, as always, increase day and downwards kinde. They said in key findings inside May 2021, the consumer price index they show say the annual national inflation year on year, they say it map at 9.80%. And where they want for check them as compared to April 2021, they say 0.20 percentage points being go up. And they say the monthly inflation na 0.44% down by waiting 2.29 percentage points from 2.73% in April. So we get the increase and we get the decrease. Okay? Now they want for showy waiting increase inside the month of May. Waiting caused the increase between April and May. Number 1, food and non-alcoholic beverages. Then say food, thing for eat and drink, but not to drink we get alcohol. Then say it increased from 15.64% inside April 2021 to 17.56% inside May 2021. Where they show the inflation rate increased by 1.92 percentage points year on year. Thing for it. Food prices na market, cookery price na morning, culture price na morning, increase. Non-alcoholic beverages, soft drink go up, water go up. Now this we can talk about the basic food items them. They say it go up. It increased by 1.92 percentage points. Okay. Not so that they no more go up. They say restaurant and hotel self go up. It increased from 0.45% inside April 2021 to 2.64% inside May 2021. 2021. They say the inflation rate per restaurant and hotel them it increased by 3.09 percentage points. Okay. If the local foods them, if the food item they increase, then they no one pay attention. Say about we need to go market so. We left and give the people them, made them they go market. So you know what in? Let's go to a restaurant, let's go eat. The market zone, they say it increased by 1.92%. But when you go to a restaurant, when you go to a hotel, the increase at 3.09%. So at least that will be gallejo then for realize there is an increase. Unless if the hotel and the restaurants them just because then are the movers and shakers of we so they can just give them pass. Say boy, you know say na the pa Lord just servant. So anything we want just give them. So the thing them will make the inflation go up, food and non-alcoholic beverages, restaurant and hotel. For food and non-alcoholic beverages, I'm afraid because fuel they can go up. The government, just like the previous administration, and so themselves, we they ready for put sometimes we then get some stiff resistance, then keep fet for say then they popularize the increase of fuel. Make una not blame and government. Right now the world market fuel don't go up. So fuel get for go up na saloon. Make people and not use and just don't say, you know it in now the government, if the government be don't subsidize, make the government pour more money as subsidy so that at least then go cushion for the people them. The people them already they suffer. This don't show we say food and non-alcoholic beverages, it don't increase already inside me. Other person go tell you say, hold up. Not blame the government too. You know see say fuel long go up a world market. Who say you dey? Na the UK, na United States. How much you dey buy fuel dey? As compared to saloon. And so other people then go on for say. We been come with Edmond Abu Jr. and him be don't say if fuel go up, then go protest, peaceful protest. For make the government know say they are not happy, things are already hard, inflation they up, and why then they can't put more prices of fuel. Because you get diesel, petrol, kerosene, engine oil, they're all not the same price them more. But anyway, not to them one then they no more go up. Not to for say everything and they go up in a salon. There are things them we go down. We I think can cause another conversation. We don't deal with the thing that we go up. For me, food and non-alcoholic beverages, restaurant and hotel. Now, we come with the thing that we move downwards. Statistics salon wants me and you for no say. Clothing and footwear decline by 4.06 percentage points. Clothing and footwear. It declined by 4.06 percentage points from 10.55% inside April 2021. So now from 10.55%, now it is 6.49%. Say, not to everything they go up na salono. You know, they see self clothes and footwear. It don't go down. I no go down. But they are telling me, thing for eat, thing for drink, don't go up. You get for spend more for make you eat. I not go say you go bell full. But for make you put something in your belly. Because after we don't watch the suffering video where WFP be pull. So when they talk about bell full now, when they talk say you put something in your belly. So we go say the food what made them say go up because people have to eat every day. You get for go na market, you get for put something in your belly for live. But clothing and footwear are big. If that no condom safe, we go ask question. If clothing and footwear no condom, we go ask question. So you no get team for it. Let us say now team for it to be go up, clothing and footwear go up. We go ask, well, salon people, I think say the money they flow. But now we get opportunity cost. We get preference now. You have to choose between Salomon will like bluff, clothing and footwear, new one or used one or any kind of way they acquire, as to waiting, as to something for put na you belly. Not so than they no more go down. Alcoholic beverages, tobacco, and narcotics declined. All right. This is getting serious. It declined by 1.57 percentage points. It been there 13.80% inside April 2021. Now we did 12.23% inside May 2021. But tell me, T for it now, they spend more. Now they tell you go and go buy akpateshi. Now they tell you and go buy pega pack. Now they tell you and go buy tota pack. Now they tell you and smoke. And say they want then they come downwards. How I wish for say it was the other way around. Make them okay, clothing and footwear. It's just that people they choose now say, I mean, before I go buy crepamos, make I eat. And I want for we na the diaspora. Yeah? We get beaucoup. Now we don't see say clothing and footwear. The people they choose for buy food over them. I don't know what in a young belief because we still get people within the diaspora. They say, me close so I don't work and not the give person. I not the give away. And then they not go use them against me. If you know the person will get that belief there, well, hey, it's good. But me, even this go where I go salon so, beaucoup, but me close them, I get rid of. Imagine, I don't go salon, I don't get rid of a lot of clothes. The more I come back, I can't see clothes them back like say, I know give away clothes. A big. Where the ship barrel. Where you want for stuff and for make you full up fine. Take there you old clothes then put on there. People in there, we go really appreciate them. Yeah? What that one know, I go meet up and say, hey, take time, no say na me give. That's what I do. But if you know that person they way able for give, please. Whenever you ship, try for. Beaucoup pa we self na Salvation Army. I don't can go there because one that paper, they file tax so that we can able put something there for say yes, we get charitable, the thing that we gain as we be amount to. All of us have done it now. But what they say? This data don't show we waiting with people and they choose over waiting. So please, if you can, if you could, do them. Yeah? If you not to your own family members, if you want, if you're not stranger, if you're not far away people and stuff, do them. Because now, then they choose for buy it and buy clothes less. Yeah? Let's continue. Like the last time, so back let me tell you. They say 2 regions go up and 2 regions come down. Where the inflation they affect, you get the regions them where it touch. So for May 2021, now so it look like. Up Northern region from 12.79% inside April 2021, it don't go up to 14.33%. Eastern region, it be there 7.51% inside April 2021. It don't go to 8.53% inside May 2021. So Northern region and Eastern region, they are more affected inside this inflation. Things then go up a day. What to make you feel say, then 2 region here, now then get affected inside May. Why? Okay, they think about that. Let it go. But for the downside, the one that you say, well, you know what thing? Now they bio people and no say things are hard now. Southern region be they 10.49% inside April. Now 9.87% inside May. Yeah, what is that? Western region. Oh, this is need for clap for them. Western region from 8.11%. It came down to 7.72%. Hey, I really want to see USAI Statistics Sierra Leone gets for make we know USAI Western region decline like that. Because if we look fine, Western region, let's touch now the places them where price go up, the inflation rate will go up. Let's touch the side the way it touch here. Food and non-alcoholic beverages. Western region, I think they are more affected in that. That's just my thought. Yeah? That's just my thought. Restaurant and hotel will go up. But they want to tell me you say beaucoup. Not to Western region. I don't know what thing they use for able for say, you know what thing? On the downward trend, Western region don't come down from 8.11% to 7.72%. My kekoka de ask say, he say how I create them figure yourself. He say what in the benchmark where then they use and how reliable are the data. Well, this is not from Statistics Sierra Leone, sir. This is not made up by AAA, not Sierra Network. I just they read waiting Statistics Salon tell we. But when it come to this Western region, are all word. I know they doubt them more. Because yesterday they don't say they tell big man say they lie. You just say inaccurate. And this one, I not even say inaccurate. But I carry you go back to waiting food and non-alcoholic beverages and the number of people within at the western region where they access them we go up and the restaurant and hotel outside them boku. But we're not saying a western region. I'm not saying they know the other places so. But for make western region this trip it come downwards. Anyway, kudos to western region. And I don't try. I dey imagine safe. Because if you not attend it, I dey saloon. Our western region calm down safe. I'm trying to imagine. I buy more fuel for generator. Yes. I buy people 10,000 in the market. Not to them say. I buy fishermans. A big bow. Anyway, statistics alone. We not the doubt on a data. Now na king. Now na get the right na the country. But my dear, our whole world. Well, this now waiting they want me you for know. In summary, statistics alone say when they check May year on year, the national inflation rate further went up. Okay? When they don't see down, they don't check and find the inflation rate for May 2021. And say it go up further. But waiting from coal we at, it remain at single digits. Where they above the estimate of the western and eastern region, but below the southern and northern region estimate. They say food inflation will increase by 1.92 percentage points, remain to be the major drive of the national inflation rate. Food inflation rate na saloon. Then say anyhow you make the national inflation rate they be affected because the thing where we they eat prices them for them they go up due to waiting. Some people they say the ticket that they not them bad. Some people say the trade ministry not they do them work. Some people say na because we know the plant rest. Some people say na because we too lazy. Some people say na because the but statistics alone say now because of food inflation, it go make we inflation rate always they go up. And say if na lie, make we check the non-food inflation rate will drop. Then are the clothes and shoes. We drop. The clothes and shoes. So in a country, okay, in a household, make I just ask this, when do you think forget new clothes? Let me just do small survey now. As opposed to eat every day. Some man go say, make we don't forget to. You know, say COVID-19 still there. That's true though. COVID still there in the country. It's still there in the world. So we just can't dust them off. And because COVID day, and because the lockdown then can come, even though it don't take small will not get one. But for every lockdown, it affects in the long run. When do you choose? You buy food every day. You have to. Get for eat. You get for live. So when you at what point in time you dey able for say, you know wetin, make I do a scale of preference na I either buy this for it, I go na African market, because I say the African market, well, na in that the prices the way they look at the donko na yanda. I either go na African market and buy stuff for kind it, or go Walmart just speak to kitchen and day. So in which part where they make that decision day? Eh? Michael Cook say, he say let's see what in them figure I go look like. Eh? Where them go don increase fuel price next month. Right. So the term who they choose, Memzo say he say na in birthday. Matarinobi say na by season or holidays. Okay. I will continue with waiting statistics tell we. Statistics alone say he said the National Consumer Price Index na the measure of the average price level of selected goods. My keko, can I be asked just now? You say how then they get the numbers here? Eh? You say how accurate them figures here be? You say waiting at the benchmark where then they use, and how reliable. Well, I don't reach that part still. Waiting and tell we. Then say the National Consumer Price Index. Then they measure the average price level of selected goods and services na the country. So na selected goods and services. I bet you if they're able find some food item them where price go down, now they one they need them for be select. Because that one day for be make the inflation rate go down. Even the bank governor will be there again. We don't talk. Say now the food item now they unbug the inflation rates in the country. Statistics alone back don't tell we say now the food items now they unbug the inflation rates in the country. We can talk back. We say the basic needs of the people. Team for it. All right. They say the inflation rate now the percentage change between waiting the consumer price index on any two periods, you know, say then compare April and May. Then say if not to done this, it can be 3 monthly or then can even go to 12 monthly. When I then call year on year. They say the year on year rate, that's on the 1 year for compare this 2020 May and 2021 May. They say the year on year rate is mostly considered for economic decision making. Economic decision making, now then they use that year on year rate for compare last year May to this year May. Eh? And then say, not today no more, macroeconomic analysis, because then they compare the current situation, then they look back 1 year. Compare waiting the current situation and look back 1 year behind. Okay? Now another year on year. The one for make me and you know say inflation rate is very important because it affects the consumption pattern of consumers. The consumption patterns of consumers. Not all will see so. for prefer for buy thing for it over for buy thing for wear. Okay? So then they look into that. The inflation rate. Now I make it important. Because the consumption pattern of consumers, production cost of producers, and policies of government and development partners. This is the very important one. Where they don't see this, okay? The pattern of the consumers, they don't see her. Waiting at the production cost of the producers, then don't see her. Production cost. Okay. And the policies of government and development partners. But dear, from where statistics salon, don't they give you now every month the consumer price index? Whose time we don't see parliament take a decision based on the inflation rate na the country? I'll wait. I wait. But they want to answer me. Let again quarter first. I ask again. From where statistics Sierra Leone they give them figures here? From where Bank of Sierra Leone self they tell we say now based on the food items them now in they cause inflation at the country. Now statistics salon don't tell we say now based on three things: the pattern of the consumers, the production cost of the producers, and the policies of government and with development partners. But they ask again. And they wait for an answer. Who still we don't see parliament? Who then they talk jiggy, they knock table. Them take decision based on say our people are suffering. The inflation rate is this way, so let's fix this. Now again quarter first. I they wait. Okay. All right. I think we'll not get answer for that. So maybe Parliament not can look waiting statistics alone the pool. All right. Now continue. This now waiting statistics want me and you for no statistics Sierra Leone. Big Mike from Philly he say no, it's not bad governance. Oh, he say no, na bad governance na the problem. Okay. Who that this na yeah we say we farmers. Mike Coca say he say we farmers they all in Afriton and they dance to the politicians then. So now few farmers them. Now we get for go with food stuff them. He said, when we check back the toll road, no help at all. Ibrahim Kurma say the office of the Ministry of Agriculture, it didn't have Freetown. No, not Freetown no more day. Then get all the district headquarter towns them, then get agriculture. But, well, how effective are those? It's a discussion for another day. Let's continue. MLK from Manchester, Mohamed Kamara, he said people will not waste time on the parliamentarian there. They're not there for the people, oh. Then they're there for them family and them party. Okay, let's go back to business. This now waiting statistics alone wants me and you for no back. Then say inside salon, we then ready for work. We then ready for work. Better one for me then give them figures, yeah? Then they collect price from 437 items them. Statistics Salon they gonna mark it. You know what's in the 1st of July tomorrow, you know what? You don't say we talk to the camera and go work and market. I think we need for go now some markets them. Let we check waiting they go on there. But anyway, statistics alone say then they collect prices for 437 items. And which they can list the items then they for we. Say triple would I get them for go through 437 items. But anyway, they say the items here. Then they go na prevailing retail market. And when they reach na the retail markets and they na the prevailing price them. Waiting na the present price where they meet them at. Now and then they write down. They say then go na 6 markets inside Freetown. 6 markets inside Freetown. 3 markets na Bo. 3 markets na Kenema. 3 markets na Makeni. And 3 markets na Kono. Bo, Makeni, Kenema, Kono, and Freetown. So now they didn't take them prices here. Okay. All right. Then say N. Not of us saying I want 10 no more than go. But then do weekly. How many weeks? We not sabi. But a weekly price, na name be the go get her. Then say not so than they no more. Then collect price them from other outlets them for monthly items. Where then prices then they where then they go by week. Sometimes then prices then they can they steady. So then they do by months. Certain items then. They say the modify formula where then they use is classified according to classification of individual consumption by purpose. And that one day it gets 12 function. And also be done about the name. I think I can able for interpret them. Classification of individual consumption by purpose. 437 items so then go look for. Why you need this? What are the purpose where you need this? Not to something no more you go just look, you say, but they account them. You forget a reason. And this one come out on the 21st. When last Monday. June 2021, and then compute everything. So this now waiting statistics Sierra Leone wants me and you for no. The main cause of inflation in Sierra Leone now waiting a food item. In every aspect, in every ministry, department, and agency, they all they talk the same thing for say food item now make prices them, now make inflation go up. And you can imagine in the next few days we fuel get for go up. Because the month done. Then they can review, every month they review the fuel price. So inside July, fuel can go up. I see one press release they pass say 9,500. I don't know because I try for cross check. Now the authentic areas them I not see nobody post them. So we dey wait if na 9,500 you don't go on a 10,000. But they go up. They wait for Edmond Abu if they come out for protest. Okay? Patricia Maya say classification of purpose. Now interesting news of what I tell you. We go begin come with we panelists them. On a sad note, Sarah Network regret for announce the death of Usman Toli in elder brother na the UK. We want for sympathize with the Toli family and we had to deal with them. We pray say the courage and the good words we they need right now. Then go able for get them. We condolence with the send to the entire Toli family. And we pray say the family go brave up. It's not easy at this time. For us, the elder brother of the family. So I make we not go get Usman Toli because he's caught up right now and we can understand. Say our network again, sympathize with the entire family. Michael Coca say, he said the food items are high. He said, what thing then go talk for building materials and rent? Now, I make a tell we say, Naya just no. How then can say Freetown, Western region, go downward? Me, I want for no. I really want for no. How? But Diana Salon. And thank you to everybody we now the Facebook page where they sending condolence messages to the Toli family. We hope say it go reach them. And we pray say the big one in soul go rest in peace. We did talk about inflation in Sierra Leone. Make we come with us friend. Make we waiting it get for we today. Welcome on board, us friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yes, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform. Before I will go forward, I will go for extend my sympathy and condolence to Mr. Usman Toli for the loss of his brother. Let God give him a good road, sympathy, and let take courage, and whatever will happen, let just take courage and focus. Let God give the one who don't go good road and a peaceful rest. We all expect one day that will be. So coming now to the topic for today in terms of the economic problem, inflation, this consumer price index that they talk about. They look at those say the respondent, the consumer, that the one way that they actually talk about. Now, we, the consumer, who they go buy. And then when are the individual, and they talk about the goods and services them, but how the related orders them. And the related orders them, but who now? They don't talk about the consumption pattern, they say production cost, but the related orders, the production cost of producers, the policy of government and development partners. But we'll not see any area where they emphasize what is the policy and the government and development partners. What are the related orders so that this equation will work out well so that people will be able for the understand and see what thing then they try to do now towards this thing here. They don't go do the statistics. But because of the method they wouldn't use, you find out they always bring a doubt. And even this don't bring a doubt to even the World Bank and plenty others. But before I go to the areas of those doubts, if we look what in them they do, all the methods where they apply, we now they call on the basket of goods methodologies. Now then they explain the classification of individual consumption for purpose. So the individual consume for purpose, now waiting you go consume or waiting you buy to go consume. And you can consume electricity, you can consume transport, no heater, so that was waiting you get the utility, the function, waiting you get the satisfaction from that one day. But because of them, they always leave out the function of the utility and how the price they maximize. Then they go with the method when adjust the basket of good methodology. Then they classify them goods there, and they can always get a kind of a focus on the buying of goods and the habits of the people and what they get. But the buying method now most times that they look into instead of the habits, they're not going to look into urbanization areas related to rural areas where you talk of suburban areas. You look at the only provincial towns and the urban area. But when you look at the provincial town, you go far like in the rural areas. But you look at the major towns in the use, Makini, Kenema, Board, and Tika North, South, East, and the Fito. So you will find out they not look into detail about suburban areas. They're not going to Bond, they're not going to other areas. They will at the suburban ones who will make it vary. But because of the method and they use specific goods, then they keep all the time saying, and then where would they look at, and then where the specific one then, and then would they look into the purposeful constructed one then, the one that we be saying the purpose. That's now what you can say. They classify them to consumption purpose, the purpose, waiting, then things they are able to relate into the habits. But the habits in that urban area and anything, and they look at a different way. The habits, what people let take out, they were able to consume. What thing they make, person it change. For let it go get a kind of an alternative or something where na other one I go say I go buy this instead of I buy red, I go buy gari or I buy cassava. So those are the areas where they will look into the habit, into those suburban areas, how those people are living when they not get Sade or when they not get it. We not even get it, watching them they say that the main things them will have like electricity. Sometimes they go look at housing, sometimes they go look at transportation. But some of the areas they wouldn't take them few things, they want to full up that basket, where they want for look, they're not even look into the things there because some of them are not consumed in certain areas. So what is the people then they do? They always take an alternative where they try to satisfy waiting them one that moment. They despite the satisfaction when they get from the one good, they're not able to get down to the other one exactly. So those are the areas that where they don't use the method. And that you think that CPI data, you will find out that the only areas that you don't look because they use arithmetic way, mathematic way. Now they use that arithmetic mean. The mean after they don't get the weight average. When I was in the calculate, then they say, okay, what is the account for? The things that they vary. When they vary by a degree, or they vary by a degree less or a degree more. Like when they buy shoes or buy clothes or buy this. So because of that, then they take the weight of up now the importance of the number of the data they don't get. We don't go to 200 people there. That importance of those data, and they fix them towards that particular good day. And then they know they predetermine. So during this process of predetermining the way for say when I saw something like listening to project, then the user match day, then calculator now so then they able to get this the percentage. So you go find out the method is effective in doing this in practice and will show the inflation in a way. But when you come into the depth of it, you will see the lapses and what it don't left. And another one day, even the World Bank, when they get them poverty and equity global practice group, where they look into these things, and they find out say the international poverty when they estimate per country in Africa more, they say it complete and the way the national consumption it affects the price. It actually, in other words, the index, and only they look for adjust. The index so they don't look so. But because of the measurement, then they vary and the subject they would they look into, they find out say that's not the help that the sub-Saharan countries. So then time for come with a formula where they don't put where I don't know what is the question why they don't introduce this, they wipe out CPI, where the people in the condemn say most times people in the question them. And why then they question them? And they question them because of the way where the purpose is they go. So what thing they actually therefore don't use, they call them angel curve estimate. This angel, ENGEL, now something when I be actually a statistician, where Nigerian guys. But if we introduce this method, how he do the method, the curve now he introduce, so that he go look for say it will determine how household expenditure in or for a particular good or service, how it will vary with the household income. You see, the expenditure of the household and the household income. So that's not the area where then they say now that one day therefore don't use for letting them able to determine inflation. So that they guide the government for letting them put the policies them together. But because they use this predetermined and rough data and just a random sampling, and then they pick areas then where, in other words, like that, they really see demographical, the population of an area, those areas, and then they left out where they're not in look. So what is this angel here? In they look into the utility function is very important. Then I'm waiting you to go where you go for go buy. I you say I will buy this tier more than this other wire, or the customer will get for say the preference I will put for a particular thing, I will put for this other wire, so I will able to get the satisfaction. But because of that effect where that substitution, the way you don't do, sometimes it not go satisfy you. Then know they ask these questions to the individual. Because I don't want them to determine the effect, so that when then they count the inflation, it will guide how the government get for work. So they find out certain they are all, then they left them out, and World Bank, when they give them money, they are all, then they say, at the angel curve estimates, and therefore use in terms of microeconomics. Because as long as the services they vary per individual, because of the individual income and the household expenditure, so how the household income will be able to affect? Because when you get a goods money, when you say I want to go buy this good here, you not go do for let you go able to forget them because the inflation you not meet with what your household income get. So it will affect you, what you purchase in power they go. So all these kind of things, they then get the mass utility, the maximum utility. With that maximum utility, then they take them together with the utility and the function utility. That now what the thing they do for you. Then they look what the thing don't satisfy you, and then they look into the household income. They vary them things they are. Then they put them into a curve, and then this curve then they get what the good effect, and then they get the bad effect. But most of the time, when they use as the right proportion, the good effect, then they look, and then they compare to the bad effect, they straight away then go able to foresee what they go able to put in place, how the policies then will come, whether we will put subsidies, or whether we will make better roads, and go able for care go and things like that, or whether we control the price of petrol, if they call the increase of that in this area, Or those kind of things that will bring you down. The inflation, it will be uniform, where the price there, you will see say from Freetown to go na Kabbalah, the prices then they vary. Because when the one way then talk about the production cost of the producer, it gets a way where they waive a certain tax for no see that price where that person they pay yanda from that place in Kabbalah, it will do the same thing. And then they talk about price control because then they get that price control officer. They look at anything they are. They get protection. But the consumer protection, they do them like in the form of the civil service. Then. But the civil service most time na advocate than the advocate. This one they were the one they was go for the inside the government who had decision maker in the first row, so they were able for equate waiting the household income they get, the one they were employed, the one they were not employed, all those statistics we put them together, and then the waiting at the quantity of people in the demand. The way they hold off to the price for let it go constant, so it not go vary. From that Kabbalah go corner because of the government put that leverage there. So if say the petrol they go. So then when the person they sell wholesale, the instead they tell and say this wholesale right for sell, they substitute for the one who go Kabbalah, so the price will be the same. So those are the areas they would they careful they try for the look when they will try to tell you say inflation, CPI, consumer price index. Consumer price index, if you really look into a normal, it will work. But when you go into this, then what they say, now this now for do, now the money are in the game, then they bring their things there, they say that this, and they write articles there, they produce them. But people then they ignore them because the World Bank says there's even a bank because then they make money out of waste. So now the profit and sometimes other things then will say, okay, Lord, give a grant. But in return, there is something that they expect because they loan and they do a ratio. Now for that people then they go to the African Development Bank because it can get a kind of cap where they put on the interest rate. You see? So but all these kind of factors I think government therefore they look to how we go let people satisfied. That basket where it don't go take for gold. Not just the physical basket, then they take a kind of imaginary basket. For say now these are able for bring kind of me host the electric idea, I able for pay the transport, I able for access them, I able for buy the basic food what I need, where I no go alternate. Say instead of I drink total card, well I go buy a body, it looks cheaper small. Or instead of I go buy sugar, let I go buy honey for making it go sweet. Or before I buy rest, I go buy cassava. So you get very the taste of the people but why is it very taste of the people what is that they go reflect back on their health? You know they even know. So all the focus on Mola go just do this data, present some statistics, so that when the international bodies and can then they see. Because when they score more than 3, 4, 5, then they always get a bonus from there. But because of all these things that we don't put as principle, they know they work their things there. I can always see that it should be a leverage in African leaders. Wherein, like how Jomo Kenyatta began for do, when he introduced, I think that's not Jomo Kenyatta also, when they introduced education for self-reliance. Now, Kenya, where they say the ESR. So the pattern we use user culture where they're based on their own environment. You add up some subjects that they understand about this. Just like you understand things that so many people in the Kabbalah they eat now food they under this kind of things, or now they know get better son. The one they will be there by this they will get son, or just an example, or they want to get water right area. So if they get from buy water and go buy more than packet water, you put all these things into the table, then equate them, then you look what the person they get, you look the percentage of the employment, the employed and the employed, you look the ones they will produce, what the important goods they are, because they say petroleum are probably important. But if you give subsidy, we not give subsidy, and don't say it will get a direct impact. Because some of them are inversely, they not affect the price directly, that inversely they can do and because they come up from one place to the other place. So then our future it go run cheap, but what one go to another place, it go change. So you factor it in there, you put them on the table, then you get the outside body, then for everybody. But if you are always on the mathematical sector, and then you will say it is not real. Because you don't just use the arithmetic, and the arithmetic will work because the formula we use. But when you can't look, what is if we don't really look into how you go work that math, and then the people in call it the angel cost estimate is what they should take. Take the advice of the World Bank group, look into those things, unassess can make suggestions. So that the Lord will just say, will take far-fetched ideas, which is good because one, we learn English because of English language, but you therefore know how you equate in there for meet up with people in lifestyle, the culture, the language style, even the dressing style. You see, all those kind of things. So you therefore look them and what you make up the history. While sometimes some people don't deplete na area where them they look fishing or na area where them they get pepper more, how are we able to equate these things for balance while are they pushing this? But if you can't almost CPI, if you can find the government, so we'll try to reach that 6%, because when they don't do all this back, then they add them percentage there, forget a percentage, when they look see when I don't score this percent, so that when they give una this with the World Bank. And at the same World Bank they do this. So it's a problem with sometimes the developing partners. Are they coming to help? Yes. Or are they introducing their ideas? Because then they look to what in the book say. Then they look to weighting factors they say. Then they look to weighting some statistics they say. So they don't can go in detail. So based on that one, they say, okay, we will pass on upon this. We will pass on upon this. So by the time now then we're able to go and they try where they will go at, they don't go still understand that culture because now somebody get to explain. They might see and understand sometimes the language people they talk English, but that culture where that person they live, how are they able to transform them. So now you what they when are the policy maker, the owner the government, when I therefore buy this idea, when I therefore nurture them, when I expand them, then when I see this will work, then I turn to the developers there now. For that moment be. But we're not for even dependent. But once they know there is dependency or frequency of projects, because when you write their projects, then they bring them down. When they see things, then just a 10-year project. So whatever it costs, they don't put that money in that 10-year project, they must easily achieve and give them out. You see, so most of the time, area they now go fishing and they still help with. But sometimes they don't put 5 years or 10 years. So not the government come or leaders they come. So even when they go they come, that project they don't did it when 10 years. So the one they with the candidate still with that 10 years until that 10 years done now. So they think so go out. So they that on a lucky forget that 10 years on our terms. Let's give an example. That is what is happening with the developing partners. But as long as you work that equation there for you work out the way people will help there, the country will always in fact most times sub-Sahara go able to develop for come up the way it get for come because you will always be focused on subsidizing, where you will try to address what thing they make at the subsidizer. If I cut here, so or the petrol, if I able to produce them, or if I able to get a capacity of a bigger storage, let us try enhance and let us try faster, let us try get them. Because if they affect this, instead of they go take, I say, okay, well, I invest for something else. So I will do this. But sometimes some things can get a short-term effect. So you will put them, they pushing them. Then you see the petrol, they can't up. Because now 6 times we don't go up, and the 6 times we don't go up between this period. Now only 3 times they don't able for subsidize. The other 3, when at this 1 year, when among the 6, when at 1 panel and the 2, other 2 will make 3 when able for subsidize. Then we always say now because of food, now because of this, now because yes, we expect let people say, oh, this man we don't talk short, we don't count tomorrow. We say, oh, realizing there is a pandemic, realizing there is a global economic problem. Yes. But again, these are challenges where people then get for face and don't understand. But see, these are the challenges they will get for say, don't work them out at this time because now we're able to see them more because of people that don't look in certain areas then. If we all not get that panic today, we'll not look into them so we're able to see how we solve them. Because there is global problem, we not see shipments, they get problems, that's a good and get delayed for ship, so certain routes then they change, petrol, other things that they affect, we know they try for raise income, but there are things where we don't do, when there are little one, that substance they will be able to build them. Just like also Antoli, they say once, if you don't do this, the vaccine, I go ask for more, they will give you now. So all those kind of things, until we now go now to the last resort, before I will say, we check now the bank, we'll go learn small bar, or we'll go to African Development Bank, so that we can add this thing here. So then I've been 10, we'll go try, we add them to 10, so the business they grow. So those are the kind of things. But if only on the same thing you have for creating, they can invest. If they find out say it is growing, but you are always still filling the gap. Anytime you fill the gap, because that economy, they want to find that gross domestic income, it come only because we not get exports that we're able to equate to dollar back. So all these factors that they delay. But you therefore look how you therefore do that fiscal policy, that monetary, how you go equate them, how the bank go able to deal with certain things that wouldn't go produce to the sellers there. How certain areas they would not see that area they will function small, we go there, we go spend in that moment there while they wait the other things they come. Because there are other things that only bring money if we not know how things they go. It is difficult, but there is some chance. because sometimes you experience the money is going certain times, you dey give free 50 million yanda, and also millions na $9. The value not $10, and what they get for bring. But sometimes you they see they don't go actually. But if they maybe use that no more, they just pushing some side. They say now pushing this side. Let me see how this go able for bring effect. It's like the expansion of the storage for the petroleum, or let we try repair that kind of I call them that shell refinery. So we will refine the crude oil, so we get beaucoup products in there now. What we don't want to pay, we sell our out back or from that product today. Those are the things they get for trying more things that they push. So you will see they will step forward to another stage. You see, so that agriculture is go expand and like we say, okay, that the food they go this higher. Then I go get employment who go kind side. If the other way they can do the employment, they go able to forget a kind of good outcome. But all I hope say they not go look into just common purchase groceries. The one who are the common purchase groceries, they don't look into them. What people then they buy, all them they look into no more. Now the one them when are the one they will say that classification of individuals. Now then small groceries then you have pepper, buy the oil, the other answer still them. When the person in reality like they get for go cook. Now goes for let you eat. Or now then why I get for need. Not to want to, that they need. The way you don't need them now, then you go bring the wants them now for let go back up. If not beauty, if not other shoes, because shoes are not needs, they are just wants. So but the basic needs are the things you have to look at. You don't want to check about shoes and clothes, they are not needs, they are wants. Because that's why you will get more clothes, go give out than even you will give me the same thing with the guy. Everyone. So I don't think that was the learning just look into how they are looking at instead of grocery pattern methodology of looking in basket. Let them look the basket, what are the real basket of the household income and the household expenditure. Let them think about that. Let God continue for help. Thank you very much for giving me the platform. Let God continue for help. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Who's friend?
Yeah, you're welcome, yeah.
That's now who's friend in your submission today, where we talk about the inflation rate for 2021 May. Slight increase been there. Michael Coker say, he said, what's the purpose of the monthly consumer price index? We will not even get a sound fiscal and monetary policy. What make statistics alone they spend beaucoup money for do this survey? Where the government not they look safe this survey, because if then they look at then for able for utilize them kind data for implement better fiscal policy. Why? Now make I ask the question and I say, after all this, who can don't get? Who still we don't see parliament? Where they want for take decision and say, you know what, based on that statistics, where statistics are alone be give with that inflation rate, it's better for make we do this, and this for the people of Sierra Leone. Because statistics don't tell we say now 3 things. Now I make them they do what then they do. What also? Then say then 3 things then they want to know the consumption pattern of the consumers, the production cost of the producers, and policies of government and the development partners then. I made them they do it and they do. Every month, then they can give you the latest inflation figure, the consumer price index. You get opportunity now for make yourself your voice be heard on this topic. Unless if you feel say we don't do good, then Ken le fa mou ka out tomorrow yon. 23278990991. Na WhatsApp. 23278990991. That now for WhatsApp. You can call direct United States or United Kingdom. United States now 1-646-610-3107. United Kingdom 44-739-803-0402. And the phone lines them open. But if we don't do good, then we lock the domot and come back with tomorrow yon. Me, inside this one, like I've been saying earlier, statistics say, the data, fine. But the region them, we come downward. We western region fending self inside the. All water. Really all water. Because they say western region now be 8.11% inside April, but now 7.72%. My Kekuka self be asked the question, say, then 437 items we didn't choose so. If we want for come inside building materials and house rent, what you go say? And I think, say, I might be wrong, I stand to be corrected, but me I feel, say, na inside the western region. Western area rural, western area urban. Na inside the western region, na the rent skyrocket, land price, no de nyaya, building material prices, they rise up, and at the houses then they go up. So, but again, then just look at the food. That one day, they don't tell me. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and inside the coffin, please.
Hey, yeah, thank you very much for taking the call. This is Omar from Los Angeles. I did do I want to say my sincere condolences to the Usman Tolly and the entire Tolly family. Anyway, first of all, why we even get statistics Sierra Leone? What thing did they do? They need to do anything. We get a lot of
give me the numbers, though. The numbers,
I know say that they give you the numbers, but they're not useful. The numbers are useful to you. They don't ever do anything with them. We get a lot of institutions them we're supposed to be meaningful and be useful to the people of that country. They're not useful. Because anything we can count with, whether not the government, let me ask you this question. When Parliament don't ever, like what you see now, most of, I would say 70 to 80 or 90% of the laws them. Now Congress, they go sit down and then debate on them, then they count with them, whether not a senator or congressman, it can be senators from Republicans or it can be the Republicans and the Democrat, then name the bill from the names of the two senators. When we own parliament, don't ever go sit down at parliament and debate law or something and then pass them. You don't ever recall? Because to me, your knowledge, everything where they can debate, they and pass now, within the president send it. Just to themselves. They know one day sit down, one of them say, hey, this is not good thing. La reach out to me, APC person or to me, SLPP person, law to team up. We come up with this thing, law we debate on and pass them, it could be beneficial for the country. When you don't ever notice that, or ever since we get parliament, because we don't want to see them. And at that parliament, therefore, not to wait no more president they send to you. Una they sit down, una they look at the government, una they look like their market here, the price control, things and that una therefore. The government to me more, the president are like a supervisor. But look at here, would they come up with things most of the time? Now Congress. Now Congress. Even though when the president can get your bill and we can send to them, they go down there for twist their hand, but most of the time they're not even able. That just tell you how the Congress powerful. But when anybody done, maybe me not even remember a million 50 something years. But when we parliament don't ever bring bill on their own, we're not to president senate, where they sit down and debate meaningful bill, way good for the sake of the people of Sierra Leone. Because what are they try for talk now? Now just like what you say, you've been just mentioned something, say, when parliament sit down say, okay, Lord, we look at these statistics, Sierra Leone, then report to them pool, Lord, go debate them and make laws them out of what in Nigeria and turn them into law. You don't ever see that? Even in statistics Sierra Leone, the Auditor General, where they come with a report, nothing and then they need them for take report from that and then sit down to one them, the group was supposed for when they in charge of that, then bring that na the floor, then debate, then make law out of them things and that's so any civilized country they do. But when we government, we parliament don't ever make law. The only laws that when they make either waiting be done na the constitution or waiting the president sent to them. But now then the one where they make law, not to the president. Because even when the president pass something, if he not go through them, it never become law. Because we just see now, not too long ago, where Biden they tried to pass this infrastructural bill, 1 trillion, they never fed. The government, the president goes say, but then cable sit down and look what thing they go on at the country and make laws them for the betterment of that country there. If both sides agree, then they can send them to the president. He go sign them. And obviously go veto all of them. So we not get, now make me the ask say, some of the institutions are waiting at their use. Now wait for it money. Because anything, all that thing where they bring country, now hula no more. Next week, nobody need to talk about that again. But then guys and they will sit down there, that man they will sit down, that mask their face. Who knows how much they make? Maybe they make $6,000 a month, $5,000 a month. But yet you get over 1 to 2 or 3 million people that way to go to bed angry. But in they make that money there for work we need to see. Because nobody no care. The president no care, parliament no care, nobody no care. Why they some of the agencies even exist? God help you. Now that no more, my brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that's Umari Hyun. Yes, call ID live on air. Your name and who call from, please.
Yeah, this is Mike from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike. You get the platform, sir. 3 minutes. Waiting on your contribution.
I want to ask you, from when they be auction the dollar, the inflation rate can do?
Not really, but the dollar price is kind of stable, small. We not go up. But kind of every month it go up.
All right. See, this is not the problem. See, we know nothing about governance. You see, most of the people in Asalo don't even know within a governance or how to govern a country. You know, even the parliament don't know how to govern the country. You know, the president don't know how to govern the country. The bank manager don't know how to govern a country. You know what I mean? The chief minister don't know how to govern a country. The minister of finance don't know how to govern a country. Who don't know how to govern a country? You know what they expose now? That the inflation rate of the country, now they expose now. Yeah. Now the biggest problem that they with Salone, you know, then people you don't tell why they say that one day. You see, they get management problem. But nobody know they seem to understand why I say that one day. When they say they all get management problem at that place. That means they're not able to move the country forward. Because they don't even know their job. And they don't even know how to do their job. You know, they don't even know how to implement nothing. They make the country, they move forward. Then get the ideas, because na book ideas then get, but for implement the ideas, they're not able, because they don't know their job. Now the biggest problem now, if this inflation rate go continue for go up and go up and go up, they stop. Yeah, they stop. I don't care what kind of subsidy you would put there, it continue for go up, because we don't know what they do. You just the bandage you just put everything. They just patch everything instead of fixing the problem. The problem is them people, they need more education. Now the biggest problem than they need more education. They don't do their job. They just they give their job no more because this person, this not black person, or they make a parliamentarian because in a big person at the neighborhood. But we go inside parliament, you don't know in job, you don't know what thing for do say. Even up to the big man when I in a parliament, so it's a no in job. They don't know what thing for do. They're not able to move this country forward. Trust me, when we don't know what thing for do. That's my own contribution. Then got a need for land, how for govern the country. Yeah. Thank you very much, Triple A.
All right, thank you very much, Mike.
All right.
All right. I don't think we miss anybody. We're fine. So now we lock the phone line for today. Yeah, the line not that busy. I don't think so. For you don't say the way to. Okay. Parliament. And I get a call because with suicide parliament the debate another issue self don't come up at this. Salon parliament. Another issue don't come up at this same debate within day with the president in speech. Remember yesterday we be laying a table where Honorable Rugiatu Rozekanu said the president already talk shrouded with lies and say no, it changed him with inaccuracy. And another issue don't come out back inside that same debate to the deeper. But to go left handed. Now this will mark the talk say, we still don't see them go take no more. We know to give them. We then sit down on their own. Eh? The one way now Auditor General in report. Parliament not the open for discussion. Eh? So for make Parliament open the monthly report with statistics they give, statistics Sierra Leone they give. Which one you go prefer? I know say they're supposed to open all the Auditor General report to. Since they need to open none, the Auditor General report to statistics the monthly inflation report to or consumer price index report to. Which one you feel say they for open? Okay. Umar they ask for the big boy in the house. He can come 110. He day. Which one you think say them for open? Them for open all, but if they say preference, like how the people are now, then choose for buy it rather than buy clothes. So which one? Because they need to even open Nandi. Eh? And they open Nandi. Let alone they open this. But right now, they're busy they discuss the president in speech. When ministry wants something, they go there, they say for amend, they amend. The eyes have it. All in favor say. But what thing they happen for make themselves take upon themselves more like this consumer price index. Because they just know the trade ministry come inside, the agriculture ministry come inside. People they ask, what thing they do, what thing they know they do. Even the provinces, it's not the same anymore. The amount of price we say Hey, I get me small, me small one no more. Get at the youth man in at the village. So okay, we need una for brush from here to yonder. The amount we in charge first. Until you find safe and pull people in a free to care and go for go brush. They are only in the village. And say we gonna pull and was. I had think that you that word today. That's okay, una wait, I dey come. Eh? Una wait. So the few them waiting at the provinces, it's difficult. But we'll go see, we'll try. We done for today. But let's just squeeze Tony. Make we waiting in get for we today. Let's just come with some quick. Yes, Tony Ture Jones. Waiting a your contribution today.
Abraham, family muna kushe na kabo. So this prize in Nasalon, not so magic, then get for use, we not get for we call money and see prices them can down or prices then we get control over prices because even everything we you see in Nasalon now, you get different prices every day, especially even the yam the old eat, the food stuff the old eat. There are common ways we get for do the thing in day. You understand? Most times I can they use one particular order I see you for use emotional. But I mean just like with that self set, these guys are not the read. They're not even when they get refresher programs and courses them what you do, what they learn, how modern things then they change. Because the world dynamics they change. Not so every day, not so rockets. Some of them people are this PhD or this or that way they get. These are just papers. You understand? This not their paper then where they get where they put on where they this or not the research and they this. So not they for read and come out and see how people then they fix problems then on the other side. Abraham, for instance, there are certain things then where you have for control na free talk. Also you have for control rest price na sabon. Because the price in rest and the price na free talk and the price upline are two different things. And then they take rest, for example. You go talk to the importers of rice. Say, in all the region that when we get, they need to establish it in the region in there. Then one way they cut on prices first. Because they can say something. You then abo or you then McKinney they do they sell less and CTC. You get for car and go you get for car and go upline. Then cost then they get for be met by the final consumer. The mango
Oh, look, the guy is so small with the network. I'll try again. I'll try for see if we will get Tony back. Or the Domoto Antawasho will be the lock. Yeah? I'll try back. Yeah, we lost you just now. Continue.
yes, I'm the on the tunnel. You understand? So if you get that kind of situation wherein you establish all them major things then what we dey eat, basic food stuff for them, then get the center, they all the region and you dey decentralize the operations. Wherein if somebody then abo or you didn't makini, you are you don't need for kind of free tongue. Love say me na dealer now. I just dey go na the head office or the depot in abo or the depot na makini or the depot na kono and buy easy. So if I now say the market always there is stock. You understand what I mean? Because most of them guys here where they do business, they're not they operate with a buffer. They're not they get buffer stock where we are in. They get for wait. Say, let's say, for instance, if you don't left like 500 bags or 200 bags, I can able for replenishment stock. So they wait till the stock done before they can free stock. And within that period, they will scarcity then at the market price, then they go up. So you find out say most times so that they feel and they find a consumer there. So if you want for really organize the market, you want for properly put your pricing together in a salon, you go for make sure say there is this whole thing of arrangement where you they sit down with the importers them. Especially people that when they bring their large consignments of goods and this now in a way for you able if not subsidies you able create them for them. So okay, government go for coming and go on a loan, they are going to pay small. Let we put a loan and get depot in different region. We are in uno say una the stock on a region. So many ways then. If na gas, but just like the last time they tell you say they say they want to bring this thing at terminal, we're going to keep gas or fuel. So in case scarcity they always get stock where just not for regulate the market, let the market no scarce, their prices not go up. So many things then the way government, if they want for fix the price in a salon, we will not go to see this kind of rampant inflation or runaway inflation or cost push inflation or demand push inflation. You understand? Where's the new go arrange? Where's the new can play around that? They then get everything. It's not like just put taxes. Mind you say when you put taxes, what you feel say? That's not way they do business. Maybe you're going for maximize profits and minimize loss. So at the end of the day, you put $1, it puts 1.5. You put $2, it puts $3. Because interest they look at the exchange rate difference. By the time they're ready for go imports again, prices don't go up or dollar rates don't change. There must be 0.5% inflation in getting or acquiring their dollars a day. So government they get for look just the they say the parliament, you get an oversight committee. These are things that we them for they think, then they bring up those ideas. Salon will never be fixed by just this same method. We can't continue doing the same thing all the time. And then we feel say we go get a different results. No, you got to do things in an unusual way. How other countries they do come up with ideas. You understand? See how you go able you go able for translate some of those things to your market. Most times we say we population small. Imagine with population I mean 48 million. I mean 30 something million. When we population are just less than 10 million. Less than 10 million. We're not able for regularize a lot of things there. We're not able for regularize pricing. We're not able for regularize plenty things there. Even health, brother. Even health. Medical conditions. Now they all about COVID killing. Yes. Before COVID, they can look how many souls where they die, how many people where they die every day. See how many people, the young people there. See, they just lost 2 young people that went and go college. One guy they work cocaine commercial like Abdul, he just died in a church. Well, a guy cater, then just that. These are people that were not even cross 48. Just now, not even 2 hours it with them 2 people that die. Just you tell me before COVID, people then they waiting a call. Government get for fixing all lot of things there. They get for over all the whole thing that I consider. You sick, you go hospital. That mean all the tomorrow. Then it's an see. What did they say? Typhoid. Now diabetic patients. They say, oh, the typhoid and malaria we don't work in the system. Come on. Everybody will die in a salon at typhoid and malaria. The medical condition not there. Now, salon person go sick, you go hospital. The doctor says this time for hospital sick. You're not a medical doctor because the equipment are not there for diagnose things there. These are all areas where government able for make money, we're able for give people a job. Can you set up good system, medical condition, set up areas them? Money where people don't go spend a Ghana outside, buy tickets for go fend well, but the other side, then go spend out of the country. More people then go get job. More people then get job, more money then in circulation. Your GDP they grows gradually, small. What you feel say they happen? Inflation rates they come down small. That's why we dollars say the Leone says they begin appreciate value. Now come on, the small things that they need for do, small things then put in place. You don't go for they wait for grants and donors money for can all the time. Those money that they make the guys and they able for think. It makes them become lazy. Because then they expect say, we do this, we expect money where they can next month. We do this, we expect. So they are not thinking, bringing out ideas, sustainable ideas, we go make the economy run full without no. There's nothing wrong giving us grants and aid. Those money can aid. Now they call an aid. For can help. Not to follow them, we can't rely on their money then they. Their money they use them for capital infrastructure. Where you go remember say this money will receive, or this Millennium Gold money will receive. Now we take build stadium, or now we take do this thing, or now we take build house today, or now we take make this factory. You understand? So they have to think about ways not for rocket science. Even education, where we go bring money, so many areas and the way go bring money. Because mind you, if we know the exports, there is no way we lose go get value. We therefore begin export more. Then you find out say we have to forget a favorable balance of payments. Or a favorable balance of trade wherein we they receive more money or more foreign exchange than the money we they go spend outside. So if we know they get money where they come out outside, make we try for create that kind of platform there, leverage on what we able for think and bring businesses, make sure say you create an enabling environment where the young indigenous Sierra Leoneans living at the diaspora, but still say yes. If I go salon and invest in this kind of business, I go able for make money and employ 50 people. If 10 Sierra Leoneans and the diaspora come and employ 50 people, you don't reduce straight on your unemployment rates. It they go down gradually. More people then get job. Then people then they self get job. And in return, able for take care of their family, go good school, able for take care of when person sick, able for do other things there. You understand what I mean? Now the ripple effects when you create that kind better environment at the top. It gives everybody the confidence for making you say yes, I dey go salon even if I'm sick. Because mind you, we want for go salon. What if you go sick there? I like you almost million in your pocket. I like you almost $1,000 in your pocket. If you don't get the medical commission, why make an America commission? Now once you get for play great role for even able to attract foreign investors. Because mind if that man can invest thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in a country, he's sick, then you don't get the hospital. Better condition all day, which you see they happen. So the government want for control that inflation rates, control with money, let we value everything get value in that country. Then get for look at the little things then. Fix the little things so you define as this a little but a very significant. It able for push a lot of things then. So they have to look at so many areas there. The parliament get for work, just like Mother Self say. They don't get for just the debate on the president in speech. They have to bring ideas. They get for think out of the box. They have to they make you get oversight. Oversight is serve as checks and balance. Able for guide ministry say, okay, now so now for do. What if you guys do it this way? Una go get this. Una come, una brainstorm on scenario construction or Delphi techniques. Bring ideas and compare country the way don't do them, where it's successful for them, and see how they do them and replicate the same thing. Everything there on the internet, everything there on Google right now. The world is at with fingertips. You just say go Google, go YouTube, they see plenty things there. People then get resources there when they share online. Instead of letting the pass inside black jeep, boom, boom, burn taxpayers' money, Monday done, they calculate. Remember, I say the next 5 years, next 5 years, next 5 years. Every day counts. Every day. It's like when you're saying every second counts. If Salon for go develop, every second these people need for think. Think. If you're not able for think, let get people that want to ask, do you want to go to think, can I give you idea? Let we roll out. Well, it's not happening, brother. So they make finance inflationary rates, therefore they adapt people in this. And you don't get for better passo. It go more. They don't go better passo. If we not do the right things then, we have to do the right things. We get for investment, smart investment. The world they change. It's not how hard you work, it's how smart you can work. People that did the student house, they're going to office every day, but they make more money than people that they go every day when they become school and cycle work. That's how the world they change, the evolution. The world will not go ever go again army day before COVID. We just got to adjust now. That's how the world there, brother. Thank you very much, Abraham.
I thank you very much, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony, now the last person. In fact, to be done close the month. We want to say thanks to everybody. Parliament, una do na work, agriculture, trade. They all man doing work, yeah? Go there back tomorrow. Again, we want to sympathize with the Tully family. The one we don't depart, may his soul rest in peace. Till we meet again tomorrow, Tripoli say, Tata.